Omdahl Show. This is episode, what are we? 1106. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. Let me know if you have questions for me. We are joined by baby Bjorn. Do you want to say hi, sugar? Hi, Val. Good morning. If you're joining me live, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello, as I do get notified of all the comments throughout the day and try to respond to everybody. Hi, Judy and Joe. Good morning. What's today, Wednesday? Happy Hump Day. Wait for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. Hi, Judy. Hi, Donna. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Steffi. Good morning. Hi, DIY and Fiber Rainbow. Hi, Thea. Good morning. If you're new to my channel, I do a live stream podcast most weekday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for 30 minutes live, and you can join the pre-chat 30 minutes prior and start talking to other people in the community. It's super fun, and for and I do release tutorial videos at least once a week. If you are interested in any of that, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification button so you know every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. If you would like to keep the party going throughout the day, you can join the forums on my website. They're 100% private, and you can talk to everybody here. A lot of people here, if you enjoy the pre-chat, also chat over there, and it's just 100% private and safe and super fun. Let's see, who else have I missed now once I've been talking? Hi, Holly and Crazed Vintage Model, Sharon, Judy, Steffi, Donna. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, aka Happy Hump Day. We are joined here with baby Bjorn. Hi, Angela and Donna. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing great so far. Yeah, I brought the whiteboard. I haven't decided. We'll see how much time we have. We'll either get to the whiteboard or we won't today, but it'll be here. We'll get to it soon enough anyway. Another Donna. Good morning, Donna. Hi, Anna, Sherry, Mary Kay, Judy. Good morning, Anna and Sherry. Last night was the first night since all the hurricane stuff that Bjorn finally wanted to go outside again. It was kind of funny, and then someone came up to say hi to us in the driveway and scared the crap out of him, and we went back inside. But it was nice to see Bjorn getting back to his normal self a little bit, for sure. Hi, Chris and Wendy. Good morning. Yes, and hello to anybody who's not chatting too. I know not everybody feels welcome to chat publicly, and that's totally fine. You're all welcome to be here, and I appreciate all of you being here. For those of you that might be wondering what I'm wearing and everything, I have the Sandy Scrunchie on today, which is a super fun crochet pattern to make a scrunchie out of a hair tie with beads. And I'm also wearing a shirt from my Redbubble shop called Wishing You the Best Day of Your Life, and I got an email from Redbubble this morning that everything is 20% off there, not just this shirt, but everything in my shop and everything in other artists' shops as well. So be a great day to catch some great savings there if you are interested. When I find things on sale, it just seems like a good idea to share it with you. Yeah, I love this scrunchie too, and I have super fine hair, so what I like to do is put my hair in a scrunchie that is the color of my hair first, and then I put the decorative scrunchie on top, and it just gives me more volume that way. That's one of my tips. So in fact, I can take this out so I can show you. Can you see? I have a scrunchie in that's close to my hair color, so that would be dependent on whatever your hair color is. And then I take my beaded scrunchie. This is such a fun pattern because you know how you have a front loop and a back loop to a stitch? Well, I used the front loop and the back loop separately to make 2 tiers of the edging on here, and it gives it so much volume and so much sparkle with all the beads. So cute and super fun to do. And then I can just slide it right on top of my existing scrunchie and bun, and with someone with super fine hair like me, it gives me more volume. If you don't need the volume, just use it regular. Sherry, you can find all sorts of updates about the storm in the community posts here and in the previous videos. Let's see. Val made this scrunchie and gave it to her niece. That's wonderful. That's great. I started, through a friend recommended, I've been looking for a place to volunteer and help people that are still suffering so severely from the hurricane, and a friend recommended a church very close to me, 5 minutes from my house, and I went there last night and I was able to help them cook and serve 100 meals, and it made my heart feel so good to do that. And they invited me to come back. They said I could come 2 to 3 times a week to help do it, and they said they're going to be doing it indefinitely because there's so many people displaced without homes, cars, and money right now. So it felt so good to go do that, and my goodness, we made a lot of food. Wow. It was a commercial kitchen inside of a large church, and I haven't been inside a big commercial kitchen in a long time. I really enjoyed doing that, and it made me feel so good to help other people. And it might be a nice way for me to meet nice people in the area too. So yeah, everybody was super nice there, and I feel I've been looking for a place to volunteer locally for a while now, and you know, I find things here and there that are small, not long term, and it sounds like they're going to be doing a long term outreach for feeding people, and I'm really happy that I found them. Last night we made sausage and peppers and a baked mashed potato casserole, and we made chili, and oh my gosh, I couldn't even tell you how much food we made, but we made enough. When we ran out of food, we stopped feeding people, and it took us 2 or 3 hours, and we got 100 meals done. Amazing. So tonight we'll see what we're doing tonight. I think they said we're doing an enchilada bake with cornbread on top and a few other things. So I've been if somebody is watching here locally and you need a hot meal, we will be serving hot meals at that church at night. If you find it, it's on my Facebook page. I've been sharing it there. Oh, that sounds great, Joe. Making sausage and peppers for dinner tonight. Great. Yeah, everything was homemade, and I got to be involved in the whole process. It was wonderful. Made me feel so good to be part of my community. Hello, Gina from Johnson City, Tennessee. Hello, good morning. This pattern is available in 52 crochet gifts, but it's also available as a single pattern on my website. I'll get you the link. If you don't want to buy the whole book, you can buy the single pattern as well. And I think there's a video tutorial for it as well. Yes, Sanibel Island is supposed to have its bridges back up and running by October 21st, the causeway. What an amazing feat that was. And they even have a temporary bridge up right now for the emergency vehicles to get in. Hi, Martha. I do have an update on Wiggins Pass to share with you. It's a little overwhelming to share with you. If you follow Wiggins Pass, Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park on Facebook, or you go to their website, you may have already gotten the notification that they were heavily damaged during the storm. All of their buildings, the bathhouses and the buildings, were destroyed. And they said it's going to take 1 to 2 years to rebuild and be back open to the public. I find that number really overwhelming and hard to believe, but very sad as well. And considering that the buildings are destroyed, I don't have very high hopes for our enchanted driftwood forest, but as soon as I have more information, since I know all of you love the park as much as I do, I'll share it with you. I want to continue volunteering to help people right now, but as soon as I feel like people are more stable, and considering that the park that I love so much is so heavily destroyed, I will look for a way to volunteer to help the animals and nature there as well. But they're not even open for volunteers yet, and rightfully so, because there's so many people that need help right now. But I will give you an update on that as I hear it, because I know you guys love the park too. And, you know, I don't know how our enchanted driftwood forest, I don't know if it survived or not, but you know what we can do? We can rewatch all of my old videos. I have lots of videos from the beach. I have lots of beach walk videos there, and just sitting and chatting and crafting from the beach. So any of those videos, if you would like to watch, it's not gone, you know, it's not gone from our hearts, and we can still enjoy the beauty of it through the other videos. The good news is Mother Nature always finds a way, right? And you know, it'll come back differently, and we can still love it no matter how it comes back. It's just the mass destruction here is just so overwhelming to me, and to hear that there's still so many looters coming from other states is mind-boggling to me. But anyway, I'm really excited to be wearing this shirt today, because everywhere I go, before things were devastated here, this always brought a smile to other people's faces. And when I got that email this morning that Redbubble was offering 20% off, I thought it would be a nice shirt to wear. And then even when I go volunteer this evening at the church to cook and serve food to people, I think it might put smiles on people's faces too. So this is wishing you the best day of your life. Maybe over the top for right now, but it's just still with a good intention of just wishing people to just have a better experience than they had 5 minutes ago, right? Anytime you can open a door for somebody, smile at somebody, say something nice to them, help them, give somebody a hug, just open the door for them. Let someone go ahead of you in line. Let someone go ahead of you in traffic, like let someone merge in the lane. There are so many ways we can just do one small thing in someone's life. And the really amazing part of that is you never know who needed it and for what reason or why or what kind of impact you have on them. And what about the ripple effect then? You make someone else's life this much better. What if they're going to make someone else's life this much better, and this someone else's life this much better? It's a ripple effect then. Thank you, DIY and Fiber Rainbow. Thank you. I try. Hi, Edna. Good morning. Oh, and I'm wearing it with that tiered skirt that a lot of us love on Amazon, for anybody that's interested. I know sometimes people like to see my whole outfit. Okay. Oh, I have a great update to share with all of you. I started shipping the pre-orders for Crochet Power 2, the 100 Edgings book. Let's see, let me get a copy of it out so I can show you. So this book is in stock now and shipping, and as I promised yesterday, oh, we have a visitor! Hi! He's back! So so yesterday I started shipping them. I got a whole bunch of the pre-orders shipped yesterday. More of them will be going out today. And as promised, I'm offering the pre-order promotion throughout October 15th, even though they're in stock. I'm still offering the pre-order promotion through October 15th. So if you order the book anytime between now and October 15th on the day your book ships, you will also receive the ebook for free. It's a $12.99 value. Now I know some of you would prefer an ebook to a paperback book, and that is fine too. You can, it's now available on my website as well. But wait, there's more. If you would prefer to buy the book on Amazon, it is available in all Amazon markets all over the world now. And and if you want those links, let me just go to the book page here and find it for you. I have added all of the Amazon links to the book page. Where are we going here? There we go. So whether you're in the US or you're in Canada, Japan, Australia, UK, Netherlands, France, Spain, Italy, Poland, what other, there's 12. I think I listed 12 on this page. Let's see. So yeah, France, Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Poland, Sweden, Japan, Canada, Australia, US, UK, and Germany. You can find Crochet Power 2 edgings paperback in all of those markets. And if you live in another country, it's definitely cheaper to order the book there than to order it directly from me, because then you don't have to pay international shipping. But I know people like to order from me because I personalize and autograph each book that is sold directly from me. And in the very near future, I'm going to start selling book plates, which will be a sticker that I have personalized and autographed for you, so that you can save the money on the shipping as well. Am I still selling the knitting book? Which knitting book? Which one are you asking about? I have several knitting books. You can find all of the books that I sell directly on my website, and if you search my name on Amazon, you can find all of my books, the books that not only have I independently published, but also the books that I published with Interweave Press, Leisure Arts, and all the other publishers that I've worked with over my 18-year career. This is my 22nd book. Basic knitting book. That name doesn't ring a bell, Marcia. Hi, Janet. Thank you. I did do an introduction to knitting book with Leisure Arts for Knitting in the Round, if that's what you're talking about, Marcia, and it should still be available on Amazon, but I didn't write a book called Basic Knitting Book, so I'll need you to be a little more specific. I would love to help you. I just don't understand what you're asking for yet. There we go. Judy's just posted a link for all the books that I sell directly on my website, which means they ship from me, which means I personalize and autograph those books. And wrap them in tissue with a sticker, and they look so cute when they go out. All right, so now once I get all of the books shipped and we're up to date and there are no pre-orders remaining, and I'll continue to ship regularly, but I still have a backlog of the pre-orders, we'll start working on some projects from Crochet Power 2 edgings, and it's going to be really fun to pick different edgings and do things with them, and I'm going to show you different ways to use them. For example, and this relates to a pattern on my website, I released a pattern a couple months ago, I guess, for a formula for making a half circle shawl. And baby Bjorn, can I borrow it for a second? Would that be all right? So I made, he's not gonna, hold on, sugar, I'll give it back to you. So I followed that pattern and made a much larger half circle shawl out of the pattern, and I intentionally didn't add the stitches through the back loop only, because I'm going to show you how to set up a fabric to do surface crochet to do some of the edgings. And then I will also redo a small sample of something like this where we work every row through the back loop only, and what that does is it gives you the ability to use that free loop to also crochet onto the surface of the fabric. So we'll do surface edging in a variety of ways, and then, you know, over the course of the next weeks, months, whatever, we'll talk about adding edging to different fabrics. See, I have something I wanted to show you too. So when I first started designing fabric, which you can find in my Spoonflower shop. Oh, hold on. It's stuck. Alright, so when I first started designing fabric, my first collection was the Day of the Dragonfly Collection. Oh yeah, let's get this off. And I made a quilt out of the collection. You can find all of these fabrics in my Spoonflower shop. But I can't even get this, I can't even show it to you big enough. I made a huge quilt representing all of the different fabrics, and I'll show you how to put this quilt together when the time comes to. But what I thought would be fun, and I did a different configuration of the fabrics on the back side. What I wanted to do though is secure this edge, maybe put a bias tape on it or something, and then I'll show you how to do a crochet edging from Crochet Edgings book on the sewn quilt. Won't that be fun? I think it's going to be fun to combine different crafts together. We'll have to take that outside to show it to you better. It's huge. The problem is it's huge. And I don't have the space in here inside the RV to show you. But I'll show it to you outside when the weather gets cooler and when I'm closer to getting to it. I still need to somehow secure that edge, because you might have noticed you can see the raw edges of both the top and bottom of the quilt, and you can see the stuffing inside. So I need to secure that edge first, or figure out if I might end up hand sewing the edge and then using that stitch for crocheting into it. That would kind of like kill two birds with one stone. But I think it's going to be really fun. It would be a great beach blanket, although no idea when I'm going back to the beach anytime soon, but as soon as it's appropriate to start volunteering down there, I will. But what they've been saying is at the beach, in the sand and in the water, there's glass and metal and debris from all the construction that's been destroyed. There's debris from trees that have been destroyed. There's and so much bacteria and toxins in the water that it's just super dangerous on so many levels. So I don't even know when it's going to be safe to volunteer to help clean up down there. So that's not in the near future, but I will do it when I can, and I'll share with you the progress of the beaches, and we'll get back to the beach for the show and for beach walks as soon as we can too. Oh yeah, taking t-shirts and converting to a quilt would be wonderful. Yes. The thing that I like about quilting is that it reminds me a lot of motifs, and whether you use a variety of shapes or the same kind of shapes, if you have the mind to think about the way you construct a motif project, it kind of lends itself to be very similar, in my opinion, to designing something from quilts. The only difference is quilting, the fabric's already made, which is kind of makes it a little quicker in some ways. Oh, wonderful. Steffi's made several shawls from Crochet Power. That's wonderful. And that's going to be so fun too, is what we're going to be able to do now. And that's why I wanted to release Crochet Power 2 back to back after Crochet Power 1, is because we're going to be able to combine so many things between these two books. I love how they look together too. Don't they kind of match? Super cute. Super cute. Anyway, so we can do the top-down increasing triangles to make shawls and then add edging to them. We can do the increase in the round squares to make beautiful blankets and wraps and add edgings to them. Or you could do a scarf or a blanket or a rectangular wrap in the even in rows and add an edging to it. Or you could even do in the round for a skirt or a cowl and still pick edgings to go with it. The edgings in this, so there's 19 stitch patterns in Crochet Power 1, and each one is shown in all 4 of these configurations, so you can make hundreds of different types of projects. And then there are 100 edgings in Crochet Power 2, and you can mix and match any of these to work with anything in there. So then these are not only organized by construction style, top down, bottom up, perpendicular construction, and even top down, because it's the heaviest chapter, it's separated into a 1-row repeat, 2-row repeats, and multi-row repeats, because there are lots of different ways that you may want to incorporate edging, and there are a lot of ways that you may want to filter down to what's going to work for the project that you're working on. And so construction style is a great way to do your first filter down. But then I've also organized it in the index by multiple. So let's say you're looking for a multiple of 7 stitch stitch pattern. That's a multiple of 7 stitches or a multiple of 10 stitches. That's going to help you filter down even further to what's really going to work for the project you want to add it to. Now, there are ways to also modify your stitch count to work for a multiple. So let's say this shawl on that last row, let's say it's 300 stitches, okay? Let's say it's 300 stitches on the last row here along that shawl, okay? Let's say that's 300 stitches. So what are we gonna do? What kind of edging do we want to put on that? Do we want to put, how much yarn do we have? Do we have unlimited supply of yarn in the color that we want to do the edging in? Is the edging so big that we're not sure we're going to have enough yarn in one color? Should we consider doing color work? Should we consider doing, should we consider getting a different color? Should we consider ordering more yarn? Or do we have bags and bags of this color and this yarn? So these end up being part of the questions you have to ask yourself too. And then from there, okay, I've narrowed it down. I know I want to do a top down. I know I want to do a top down. I got distracted from the AC. I know I want to do a top down edging, but do I want it to be big and bold, or do I want it to be delicate and small? Do I want it to be somewhere in the middle? So then you might look at the 1 row repeats, its subchapter, the 2 row repeats, or the multi-row repeats subchapters. And then from there you might say, okay, well, I've got 300 stitches, so a multiple of 10 would be great. Sure. Now in the multiple of 10s, they might say multiple of 10 plus 2, multiple of 10 plus 3. I didn't index the plus numbers, and I'm going to tell you why right now. Because if you're already close, increasing 1 or 2 stitches along that last row or decreasing by 1 or 2 stitches along that last row is going to be easy to do and not affect the structure of the project at all. Hi Patsy, good morning. I'm going to pause here and make sure that that makes sense. We're not going to go much further in this today, but this is still a really important component, which means that as soon as your book arrives or as soon as your ebook arrives, you can get running, you can start running right away, because you're going to be able to have all those different choices organized in all the different ways you may want to filter from. Just to pick an edging out of 100 edgings could be super overwhelming. But if you already have your project in mind and you already know, like for example, these types of components, you can look from the chapter organization, which is color coded also, or you can go to the index and further filter down to what's going to work for your type of project. So I mentioned that I did the, that I organized by multiples. I didn't just organize by multiples, I organized by multiples within each construction style chapter. So you can look top-down construction, multiple of 1 or 4 or 6 stitches. And then in fringe construction, you could look by multiple of 4, 5, or 7 stitches. There are filters on filters on filters, which means you can either go vague or you can go very specific in what you're looking for. Yes, that's another really great book that you can get. 88 Crochet Stitches is a book that I wrote that is the, you know, it has the chart symbol, it has the abbreviations and the full written words out, and it has the written description of how to work all of those stitches too. It's a great resource, and you can find it as a paperback book or an ebook on my website, and you can find it as a paperback book on Amazon as well. Oh, that's great. Steffi did a triangular shawl in the which stitch pattern? In the Bailey stitch pattern in here. Let's look up Bailey. I'll show it to you real quick. Page 46. Okay, so she did a shawl using the Bailey stitch pattern in the top-down increasing construction style. And so now that she has that beautiful shawl, she says it looks like a butterfly, which I think is awesome. Now she can go to Crochet Power 2 Edgings and pick an edging to go with it. And in the coming days and weeks, we'll talk more about the different ways that you can decide how to make them your own. What kind of edging do you look for with different kinds of projects? And all of this is personal. You can go with my opinion, you can go with someone else's opinion, you can go with anyone's opinion. And what's great is that you can explore on your own and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And we'll talk a lot more in detail about this in the coming weeks, and it's just going to bring you so much more value to these books. These are really powerful resources for any crocheter on their own or combined, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you examples of the different ways we can use this together, and it's going to be super fun, whether you want to put edging on existing knit or crochet projects or add them to fabric like I showed you a few minutes ago. It's going to be lots of different ways to have so much fun with all of this. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, I don't see any other questions. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed our baby Bjorn cameo. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everybody else and talking about my new books and different ways that we're going to be able to be more creative in our lives and explore in more creative ways because of these books. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.